Hi guys, Maxim here. Uh, so, intention. Intention and the flow. That's what I want to talk about today. We often see them as in conflict. We often see intention and the flow being the opposite of each other. So we feel like, hey, I'll just when I work, I don't set the tasks, I just go and flow with whatever's happening, or when I go and to a specific event, I will just go with the flow there. And there's certain kind of people which do one or the other. I kind of need both of them, which is kind of contradictory, but I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing about balance, right? You need the balance of both. And for me, the intention is something higher level. The intention is what you set for your actions on a very high level. For example, when you... I'll give my example. Those videos, the reason I record them is to face my fear of being, misunderstood, of being thought as crazy, of not being appreciated, I guess. All this, those three fears, every time I record this, I face them. Every time I publish the video and I see 0 views, I face those fears, I recognize them, and I learn how to deal with them. So that's my intention for those videos. But I don't prepare, I don't write the speech. I just have a topic and then I just flow with whatever comes out. So that's the difference for me. And what I've realized is that when you are in a relationship, the alignment of the intention is what's really important. And I've been analyzing my last relationship travel plans, and that's where we misaligned completely. Because, so for example, when we traveled all the way from Canada through America, and my intention for American trip was to go and share our technique Joygasm, which didn't happen due to some visa complications for myself. So because of that whole, and I believe that was our intention at that point. The whole intention was thrown away out of the window, and we needed to change things on the fly. And then we flew to Europe, and my intention for Paris, we flew to Paris. My intention for Paris was to spend nice romantic week 2 there, just chill, and then settle somewhere and live in one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. That was my intention, but that was not the intention of my partner at the time, which I didn't know. And so what happened when our intentions were misaligned? Nothing happened. Basically, we just went somewhere else, and that didn't work, and we needed to move to Nantes, somehow hauling the cars and getting this blah cars all the way through France. So French part didn't work. Then there was we went to Spain after that, and I know that my intention for Spain was not really there at all. I was sitting there and being Spain, what ifs, okay, beach, whatever. I didn't really care. So the intention for me wasn't there, and for my partner, intention was to find the community. At least that's what I heard, right? To find the community and to have a nice beach time. And I half of this intention is good. Community don't really care at that stage. So we came there. There was no community. It was empty completely. Again, misalignment of intention, complete explosion. And then we started to discuss where to go next, because we needed to get out of Europe. And that when things became tricky, because my intention for that trip was to just be somewhere familiar-ish, so it's less intense. I didn't want to go and explore a new culture while you break. It would be possible to go, but after that 2 times or 3 times in a row where your intention blows off completely, I needed somewhere to just chill. And my partner had a kind of not intention, but she said, I had a call to be in Morocco, I had a dream to be in Morocco, and I feel like I need to go to Morocco, and for me that's not an intention. Like maybe it is intention. It is like intention to explore why they're having these weird dreams. Uh, but I don't know what the actual like. What is the? It's like this undefined like thing. It's like I need to explore further there. I don't know why, but I need to. So that's perfectly valid intention, I guess. Um, so again, my intention was to like hope, rest and chill and like maybe find at least place where it's not as stressful because of like all this like misalignment happening. And my partner's intention was explore something deeper in that place which we have no idea about. And so we went to Morocco, which ended up being disastrous because the culture there is very different. So when you don't come there with an intention to explore the culture of Morocco, it shocks you. It's like it just in your face, so different, and you're just like, what the heck? For me, my intention was not being like even close to being to being mad. And I don't know about my partner, like, so I can only talk about my experience. But again, we had misalignment tension, and Morocco was the place where we split up. So four times where we didn't realize that we needed to stop and align our intentions for the travel. I think that's why travel plans is hard for people when if people align on the intention level, whatever happens next, like a small things like, hey, let's go here inside the place, when you are like, oh, I want to go dancing, or I want to go and look at the museums, those are not gonna be the big point of conflict if your intentions are aligned. If your intentions are like, hey, we just want to go and chill and explore the city, that's both intentions, right? And the way you do it might be completely different, but your intention is the same. And it's a good balance between like the trick is to keep a balance between the intention and the flow, because you can get very intentional about everything you do. You can be like a robot, like I'm just gonna have tasks everywhere, and everything I do, and every 25 minutes I'm gonna switch to the next task. Like I've tried that. I've been the getting things done junkie, which is GTD, for quite a while in my life, and I've been like, I'm just gonna set this in an electronic system, be task everywhere, and then everything I do should be exactly matching to the task that I'm making. And that's over doing it with intention, because you don't have a flow then. You just like everything is planned ahead. And the opposite is true. I've been the opposite too, where I just like don't plan anything, and I'm like la 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 la, just see what happens, whatever. And I don't have any like intention about like that. What happened in Spain actually. I went there with like no intention. I'm just like, what is? I think both extremes are not a good place to be in, because especially in a relationship, because either the person sees you as like, this person doesn't freaking know what they want because they cannot tell me what they want, like they cannot tell the intention, or they see you as a controlling freak who's trying to like set everything right and be controlling, like, hey, do this, and then this day we're gonna go there, and like, yeah. So it's all about balance, and that's the tricky part, to find the balance, I think. So in this video, I want to set my intention for the upcoming trip to Indonesia. So my intention there is to transform myself to the point where I clearly know what is my path for the next 5 years. So that's my intention. And when I arrive there, I will just go with the flow and see what happens. So, maxim out.